Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another glorious Soviet Sunday with Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Very excited to dive in today as I have been, I've been experimenting a little and I think I found a solution to our train problems. Now, they won't be gone forever because, let's be honest, that's just not, evidently that's impossible. But I'm glad to at least have temporary solutions that should get us to the finish line for a lot of major projects that have been on the go for the last little while. So, without further ado, let's get ourselves looking at what the potential solutions might be. Now, before I dive in, I just want to mention really quickly that if you've been enjoying this series, please do not hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. It really does help me make important, crucial decisions for the channel in terms of how to schedule my time, what I should focus on, what kind of content you guys want to see more or less of, and I like to read the comments for a variety of reasons, including, suggestions from you guys, feedback, thoughts, and sometimes it's just comedy. It's good times, good times. So, don't hesitate. If you're having fun, if you want me to continue, let me know, because it helps me make decisions. Now, the core problems that we're going to solve this session, and we're actually going to solve it using the magic of film editing. What we're going to do is solve this T-junction and solve another problem that I learned of when I was, again, experimenting, which is... So, the construction trains are not going to go all the way down here, flip around, come all the way back up to get onto this track. They don't do that. That's not how they work. That's a little unfortunate. So, in order to solve that problem, what we're going to do is, well, a couple of things. For one, we're going to set up a bunch of semaphores over here to make sure that trains are reading the blocks correctly. The problem is basically that a lot of these sections are being read as a single block, so when there's a train out over here, this entire thing gets shut down because these trains and these semaphores think that there is a train in this area. Fair enough. Again, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble wrapping my head around semaphores. I'm usually pretty good at understanding these kinds of concepts, but this has just been one that's eluded me, and I'm kicking myself for it, but I'm hoping to nail it at one point. Now, relatively easy enough fix, I think. So I've got a plan for this, and then at the same time down over here, what we're actually going to do is, because of the height issues, situation, problems, whatever you want to call it, we actually can't just simply connect back over here. It's too big a climb. No matter what we do, it's going to be a problem. So, thankfully, none of this has been constructed. We can cancel the rail tracks over here, and instead of having to build, some crazy like loop around, or instead of trying to force a T-junction or something, what we're actually going to do is we're going to pull, since we're starting, this area from scratch anyway, we're going to pull a third track. We're going to get it all the way down to here-ish, we'll see where it works nicely, and then we will join it over here. Because that way, what'll happen is the construction vehicles will roll out on that third track. They won't interfere with movement over here. They'll come down, they'll peel off, and they'll, build this whole damn thing with hopefully minimal to no issue. And maybe we'll just buy, what's left over here. It'll be cheap comparatively. So, it'll save us some time that way, and it makes sense not to have like a weird loop or something built. That'll just be, I think, a headache. But at the same time, I'm still fine and happy that we made this T-junction, because now eventually when we do our, rail extension down over here, we have that connection already made, and then same goes for our, distant connections over there. I don't know how far I want to send things from that one construction office, but the fact remains is we have the option. So what I think I'm going to do is, one more thing that we're going to be fixing is this section over here. As we saw last time, I believe, there was still a little bit of clashing going on over here, I think is the best way to put it. Trains were going sort of head-to-head, literally speaking, in this area or in this area, and I think I know how to solve that issue as well. But in order to save time and viewing time and allow us to make progress rather than just stay stuck looking at train tracks being laid out again, I'm actually going to do a quick cut to get us from where we are right now to where we want to be, and hopefully it all works smoothly. Hopefully I've done it all right, and I'll explain exactly what I've done when we come back from this quick cut. And we're back. Alright, so I think this will solve the issues. You can hopefully immediately see at least some of the edits we've made, but let's go into a little bit of detail before time resumes. First, the simple one. Over here, what we've actually done is, well, it's not done constructing yet, but what we've done over here is we've created one single block with a crossing over here. So what happens is the semaphore down over here considers this entire section right up until the station to be one block. So hypothetically, as long as there's no train here in either of these sections, the train should not pass through into the single rail section. And the same goes the other way around. When the train comes through, if one of these is blocked off though, then it'll go ahead and cross to the other side and enter the station. So that should work. This should work. We'll find out. Over here, meanwhile, some more complicated solutions. Looks very messy. 100% looks extremely messy. But basically, what I've done is I've played around a little bit with different setups that work based on what I think should work, and I've created a separate save just in case everything falls apart and breaks. But I think this will work. It's all semaphore based over here. So first, let's take a look at these semaphores. These are all two-way chain signals because there's junctions everywhere. My hope is that by keeping them two-way, trains can move back and forth without having to find a way to cross over, so that should not be a problem. Excellent. Over here, same thing goes. It's two ways, though these tracks have been completed, so that shouldn't be a problem. Over here, this is still considered one block. I could separate it into parts, but I think if I do, we'll see some issues, again, based on like past experimenting. I spent several hours trying to figure, well, that's an exaggeration. I've spent a lot of time between the last session and this session trying to get this thing to work, so I hope this makes sense, and I hope this works. It seems to be what's worked based on my testing, so I'm going to leave it like that for now, and we can fine-tune it later if necessary. Then, down over here, as you can see, we have another track being laid out. I'm tempted actually to pay for this. 13k, we can save the 13k. But this track will be laid out, and this track will give us access to these tracks over here. And what I actually need to do, I've gone ahead and set up what the semaphores will look like when we're all done. So, you know, a chain down here, a chain over here. I've got all this stuff figured out, but for now, what I want to make sure is that our train is able to come through and go in both directions over here. Doesn't have to worry about, you know, for example, construction on this side. And in fact, to do that, I forgot, but I should actually build a connection over here as well. I should be able to. Pretty sure I'm able to. Just gotta find the right connection. Just gotta find the right spot over here, and everything will be just fine. I could do it out to the side if need be. First, you know what? Let's go ahead and cancel the semaphores. Get rid of you. Let's go ahead and make you a two-way. Make you a two-way as well. Make all of these two-ways. And again, the reason why we're doing that is so that trains can go back and forth during construction, at least. And we'll make you a two-way as well. Well, do that, and we'll make you a two-way. I'm gonna have to fix this after construction is completed, of course. But that's, it'll be a while before that happens. Alright, so that's all good, that's all good, that's all good. That should be all good. Now, with the semaphore out of the way, do I have enough room? Yes, I do. Excellent. So let's just make it, you know, it doesn't need to be too big. Do that. Now, you might be wondering, Party, why are you making an electrified railway for, you know, a construction path? Why don't I just go with the wood-based railway or something instead? Mainly because I'd have to then get boards down to here, and we're not currently facilitating that. I don't want to have to go through that entire setup process just for this small track of sorry, pun entirely intended. So that's why we're just doing the electrified railway, and who knows, maybe eventually we'll want to use this for something else. Let's leave that option open, shall we? Go ahead and get the order in for this construction. Yes, please. And let's get time kicking off. Hopefully, again, we have to keep an eye on this section over here. We have to keep an eye on this section over here. And apart from that, it's all a matter of construction moving forward. What we're going to do today is we're going to hit play, and we're going to try and get above 1 million. Hopefully we'll do that. Our steel train is just returning, so we know that there's another profitable journey, you know, going to happen soon. We might suffer a little bit, as a lot of workers might be tired already, having been on transit for so long. We'll see, though. We'll see. A lot of workers are arriving, so that's good to see at least. Oh, hello. What are you doing? I guess you have to wait until these guys clear out. That's fine. This is a residual effect from, you know, past sins, let's put it that way. But yeah, as I was saying, we're going to play in regular speed for starters. Look at those people filing out, eh? It's cool to see. But yeah, we're going to play at regular speed for a little bit, and then if things seem like they're working smoothly, then we'll kick it up a notch, double speed, and then we'll actually make some progress. But yeah, holy crap, look at that. Look at that. And seriously, no, go back there. Pick some people up, and then come back. Now, there was a suggestion, actually, that I could maybe get walkways set up, like footpaths set up to get people to the construction yard, and I mean, apparently I can, but I'm fine with the bus, I think. I think I'm okay with the bus. And it looks like we are moving smoothly here. Hopefully this will go okay. What I'd like to do, actually, is I think I need more signals laid down so that things are moving a little bit more smoothly. I don't like this, like, coming to a sudden halt. I feel like if we had more semaphores, like if there was a section over here, for example, it should, in theory, you know, move more smoothly, I think. We'll see. I just like it to move a little bit more smoothly, I guess. That's my only issue or concern over here. Like this, why is this train stuck here? This is the thing that I don't quite understand, is why that train is stuck there when this train is at this semaphore. Like, how does that make any sense, right? Like, what's it seeing as one block? Is it because of the crossover and the chain? Like, why did that not leave when it could have gone there? I don't know. These are small things. They're not major issues. The major issues are when trains completely come to a standstill. Oh, looks like we're out on the tracks again. Hopefully getting some work done. Hopefully moving faster than this. My God. These things are slow as hell. Almost max worker count over here as well. Almost max worker count. At least we're topped up on coal. There's that. All the time spent not bringing workers in here might have given us enough of a kick with coal that we don't have to import it anymore. However, we're also in a terrible situation, financially speaking. He's selling that alcohol and food and clothes, so that's good. October, please be a good month for us. So far, not so much. Last month, oh boy. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be okay. Nothing to worry about, folks. Alright, this is fine. Up over here, how are we looking? Sure, 8 people can finish this building. Need to get some people up in here as well. We'll make progress. We'll make progress. After all, you know, we're hoping that this all finishes in a synchronized fashion. Oh, what's this? Which building? I imagine a fire truck is already en route. Indeed it is. Cool to see that at least we've got all this stuff, you know, relatively figured out. I say relatively because I don't want to toot my own horn about anything, only to watch it, you know, fall apart and break. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Apart from that, we still have, you know, the plans for further housing and whatnot. You know what, it seems like this is working finally. It seems like this is okay. Another reason, I don't know if I mentioned it, but another reason why I wanted to keep this track separate is because I didn't want such slow construction vehicles moving through on this main track. I mean, this is a very important line over here. Without this line functioning, a bunch of industries up over here just completely shut down, so we can't really afford that to move slowly. Hence the third track as well. Lots of workers still here. We have all the resources we need. All's well. What do we need to build prefab, actually? The funny thing is, I wasn't, like I said, right, I wasn't actually going to build the rail construction office at first, but then figured we'd learn something new, etc., etc. It'll be fun. And it has been, don't get me wrong. But it's crazy how much of an investment it has been just to set that up on its own. And now I'm looking at, what's it called? Prefab panels. Various industry? No, doesn't look like it'll be over here. Prefab panels. Prefab panels. What makes sense? Not engineering. That's for vehicles. Certainly not an oil-related thing. So that's another industry we have to get up and running sometime soon. Can't be food and crop-related. Why is it? Maybe I just missed it earlier. Alright. Who here makes prefabs? I'm not crazy, am I? It's not something we can't build. Okay, I have no idea. This is something that I think maybe needs some work. The obvious place for it to be is construction-related offices, but I am not seeing a prefab factory. Yeah, looks like that's not an option here. Also not under various industry. So I guess we'll keep importing it. If anybody knows how we can build prefabs, let me know in the comments. But for now, it's definitely looking like... I just sworn I'd seen it somewhere. There we go. See, like, why is it under the gravel, coal, iron area? Like, I get it needs gravel and cement, sure. That's actually really easy to make. Huh. Gravel, cement, power, and we make prefab panels. That's really easy to make. Maybe I should get that going off on the side over here as well. Otherwise, we're just wasting money on purchasing prefab panels. They're not expensive, but, you know, why waste that money? And it needs what, sorry? Oh, I'm glad I found it. It needs... Where'd you go? There you go. Cement and gravel. So gravel we already have, I think, coming over through this way, right? Yeah, so you're picking up the gravel, you're pushing it up there, and you're pushing it here. Yeah, so we... Why is it not sending resources? Oh, because the truck was loading up, right. I keep forgetting that it does that. So yeah, gravel's coming through. Comes over this way. This doesn't need gravel right now. Okay, cool. So what we could do is... Because the cement is where? Here. Missing gravel. How could you be missing gravel when we have so much of it? There we go. Is this another truck, I think? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Sorry, I just have to check. Okay, so what we could do is get the prefab panels factory going somewhere over here. And cement to be shipped using... Nah, looks like cement has to be shipped with trucks. That makes sense. It's cement. So fair enough. Fair enough. I wouldn't mind... Let's see. You do what? You make concrete. We don't need concrete. Not for the prefab panel, I mean. Right. So, like, we could have a truck bringing cement up to it. And we also have gravel coming from here. The problem would be getting workers up to there. I don't think people can reach from this bus stop up to there. Pretty far. Pretty far. Alternatively, I could see if... Well, no, we can't go across a factory thing with a footpath, unfortunately. This would be like the ideal spot for it, too. That's the biggest bummer, I think. We have the perfect area for it, but getting workers there is going to be a headache. We could get like a microbus or something taking people directly to the prefab panel factory. Let's let the sun rise first, and then we'll make our decisions. Looks like the problem over here has been solved, so at least there's that. What about up over here? Haven't had a blockage yet, it seems like. Okay, we're at 980, so we're higher than we started. You're not my steel mill. You are. Okay, you're loading up still. People have been coming through at a decent pace, it looks like. All's been going okay there. What's the deal here? Missing gravel. Well, it's coming, it's coming. Could get a couple more of these dump trucks. We just have the 2 right now, right? And they bring what? 12 tons at a time? 12 tons at a time. Okay. Enough to finish this. That's not too bad. I might want to add a 3rd, though. Might want to get a third T148 dumper. Button purchase a dumper T148. Let's go ahead and duplicate your thing to you. And let's get you started. Let's go. Just to keep that flow, right? Just to keep that flow. God knows we need to. There we go. You're out. Gonna build this little piece over here. Again, I could just rush it, but the whole point of this is that we don't waste money like that. That's what gets us into this position. Now this has gone well. Are you able to finish this last piece, or do you always consider this block to be occupied because of the platform over here? Because then I'll just pay for this stuff. Let's see, you get in there. You get the green light over here. You get through over there, though. You get the green light over here. Okay, you're laying that out. You get stuck over there while this is laying this out. Not ideal. Not the end of the world. It's technically working as intended, but I take it this train's not going to be able to make it through because, again, technically, this block is now occupied. Right, so you're going to get stuck here with 172 workers while this thing gets its job done. Which is almost over. Imagine actually being a passenger on this train and being like, what do you mean they're working on construction right now? How does that even make sense? Now the weird thing is that it can't get back, apparently. Is it because you're here? And it considers these to be one set? Okay, well, you know what? Here. Bam. Go. Be gone. Be gone. I gotta free this train up. Again, I could just pay for what's left of this track. Because this delay does hurt us. Alright, you're gonna come down this way. You have not cleared the path, I guess. Let's see what happens. I might just pay for this. How expensive could it be? 1,800. It's nothing compared to the heartache it's causing. Yeah, very tempted right now. Very tempted. That wasn't so bad, actually. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to give up. Never surrender, right? That wasn't too bad. No workers brought in here because of the delayed train, of course. Let's actually quickly check to make sure we're still getting workers down here. We are. It looks like this stuff, again, obviously it was affected by the delays earlier, but largely it's been okay. What about here? Are we getting enough chemicals? It looks like we're getting chemicals quickly enough. We're at 1.01 right now. Loads are being made. They're being loaded up immediately, I imagine. Yep, looks like it. Okay. Alright, now you are stuck here. Why? This is the construction stuff. We, you know what? Oh, goddamn. I alternate between wanting this to just be done with and watching my entire economy come to a standstill. It's literally less than 1,800 right now. You're 916. Let's get you done. Let's get this done. I can't have these trains stalling for so long. That's not okay. And in fact, on the topic of stalling, that reminds me of something we haven't done in a long time, is get any accessories up. Now, I know this is Lenin, but, you know, it's what reminded me. Can't fit anything in here, unfortunately. But you know what we can do? We can fit something in here. Get a big one, please. There we go. It's not for visiting. How much does it cost? Come on. 8,377. What? It's not really the best use of resources, but eventually we'll get this down over here, alright? Eventually. For now, let's just add some trees, perhaps. There we go. It looked pretty. Alright, we'll have a really nice little setup over here. On the people's way to work, they'll see who they're working for. What's going on over here? Are you working? Because you're looking awful slow here. Oh, we just have the 2 workers, that's why. That's the problem with having missed a couple of drop-offs, I guess. That's fine. Fine, how's this coming along? Going along okay. Alright, we've actually got the processing plant up and running. I wonder if I should get this road upgraded now, because it looks like mostly we're using this road up over here. So maybe it's time to start upgrading some of these roads as well. Again, the plan was that, let's see, what's the difference in import costs? Whoops, sorry. Iron is, holy crap, iron ore is so much cheaper. But, how much does it take? Yeah, there's some good savings to be made there. And it's not that many people needed either. We can actually arrange for that. Is this gonna be... See, my problem is that I'd like to get some more houses up here so we can get more workers coming here so we can use the same bus platform to get people up to there as well. Maybe that's a bad idea, though. At least we know this train station's done. We're arriving empty-handed. Let's go ahead and commission this, because I don't think it's being used anymore. Let's go with just an asphalt road. We don't need the street lights and stuff. Go ahead and upgrade you. Just this section. We'll do this afterwards. Oh, did I auto-build that? God damn. I'll let that happen again. Alright. Just paid a little bit, it's fine. Not the end of the world. How are we doing over here? No workers. Gotta get some workers up in here. And you are bringing steel to a construction site. Okay, good. Gotta make sure everything's moving smoothly. It's actually pretty cool and compelling to see, now that the city's like really come to life and things look like they're moving pretty smoothly down here. Look like they're moving pretty smoothly up here as well. We haven't had a jam there just yet. Man, this steel train is our savior. Back up to 970 plus, but, you know, 970-ish. Thank God. Thank God. Alright, this bus is going to arrive, drop people off, and hopefully that'll pick you up. Anybody assigned over here? Yeah, looks like we've got a paver coming through. Workers have arrived. Good. The other good thing is that once we get to, like, this point over here, we can actually have 2 vehicles out at the same time working on the 2 separate tracks. Speeds us up a little bit. I'd love to be able to get a construction thing up here, so we're doing, you know, we're working at it from both angles, but how the hell am I going to get a train up to there? That's what this track is for. Alright, maybe let's pick up the pace. I think we're good to do that. We haven't had a jam here for a while. I think it'd be a safe call. Oh good, finally, you're bringing workers over to where? The iron mine. So the iron mine should be completed soon. Let's pick it up. Go. Look at that. Still need boards, concrete, and steel. And I really do wonder, prefab panels, how much do they cost to import? 26.55. About as expensive as iron. That's pretty pricey. It is a processed good. There we go. The iron mine's being done. Holy crap. About time. About time. Have you been completed? No, almost. God damn it, we still need some boards and concrete and steel. Almost. Feels good, man. It feels good. Just to see that progress. Are you low on workers again? Yep. Fair enough. Okay, that's just a matter of, like, timing and stuff. Down goes the sun. These guys are interchanging properly. This is working properly. Yeah, see, that worked beautifully. That worked beautifully. And now I'm wondering if I actually want both trains to pick up more than just... Like, this is a useless trip. That's nothing, you know? That's like no money. No money. And it's a whole damn train carrying next to nothing. This doesn't feel worth it at all. Anyway. Paver's working away here as well. Yep, looking like it. We've got all the asphalt here, so... Slowly trucking along. Getting the job done. Uninterrupted. construction over here because we still have this dirt road over there, thankfully. Once this construction is all done, I think we'll upgrade this road as well, and then we'll be, quote-unquote, open for business, so to speak. See, it's weird. It's like, do I want to start importing iron to, or importing iron ore to process it to iron? I don't know. But what I do know is we will have to get this done at some point. This is going to be a headache. Do I want it to be today's headache? That's the question. Basically, I'd need to pull this over a little bit to drop coal and or gravel, I guess, into one of these other areas. Into one of these other pits, or whatever you want to call it. But the problem is, not so much that is it going to fit, but it's, am I going to have to demolish this so I can make it fit? I wish I could get, like, something like that happening, but of course we can't. It's just gonna be a little messy. And then, apart from that, obviously, I mean, this thing itself can actually stay there, because we'll probably use that one for this. I mean, we'll have to build a bunch of things, but apart from that, let me see. Is there somewhere that we can store iron? Yeah. Aggregate storages. Go with a large one. Probably somewhere over here, maybe. Store all the iron into this. I will, yeah, all the iron into this, and then output down to there. Question becomes building the conveyor belt system, making sure it works. So we'll have to organize all this. Maybe once all this is done, we'll get the aggregate storage built up and plot that out. Maybe once, trying to figure out, maybe once this gets done. Trying to figure out when I should time that construction project. Because that's going to be another big one. It'll be pretty pricey. Time consuming. We're going to do it ourselves, of course. But basically my plan is to get a aggregate storage somewhere over here, perhaps. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 probably is how it's going to be set up. We'll load up into here-ish. And then from there, we go down and over, down to here. And maybe we also export. I mean, is it worth exporting? If we're making enough, we won't be. Oh crap, I was looking at sell prices when I should be looking at buy prices. Yeah, prefab is expensive. But yeah, I don't think it's worth exporting as much as it's worth just processing and storing and making steel and then exporting the steel. The value from the steel is so much higher. It looks like we're zipping by over here. Are we finally making some progress? Hell, it feels like it. Lots of little blocks over here, it seems. Oh no, you're going up top there. Fair enough. And again, I think once we actually, separate over here and bifurcate, so to speak, we'll be able to do both at the same time. Okay, what's up? What's going on? What's the deal here? Sun setting again. We feeling comfortable? This has been almost completed. Yeah, just a little bit of time left. Not a problem. Wondering if I want to upgrade this right now or wait until some of the construction gets completed. Boards are en route. We can see them. So cool. I just love the level of detail. Concrete. We need a lot of concrete for this still. Fine. I'm so happy this is working. Looks like the trains are running on time again, and we can, sigh a sigh of relief, so to speak. People seem happy enough. Some can't work because there's no kindergarten. Unable to visit a hospital. Yeah, we really should look at this stuff, shouldn't we? Really should. How about we also get this stuff being built? Where is the other construction office? You have rollers and pavers? Yeah, let's go ahead and add this and this. Let's start making some progress here. Gotta get that hospital up and running. It's been way too long. It's been months God, this must be what it feels like to be, you know, in charge of a city proper and having all these people being like, you promised a goddamn hospital, and being like, I'm trying to get the steel, I'm trying to get the trains running, damn it. Can't get you a hospital. Though really that's just messed up priorities, but hey, it is what it is. Hey, we're above 1 million, thank God. I was very nervous. I was very nervous about that. Must have happened a bit ago because we're loading up steel again. Good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff. Another 30k to be made. Looks like we're finally making clothes again properly. In fact, let's take a look here. Oh wow, this month has been good. Last month was also positive. Nice. We were exporting... Wow, we exported no clothes last month. This month, we have. Such a big difference that makes. Last month was pretty bad. But this is good. This is good. This is very good. Very promising. I really should consider our prefab panel situation, though, shouldn't I? I'm wondering if I want to focus on that a little bit. Or if I'm just diverting my attention from more pressing matters. Like all this construction. Oh, making progress here. More concrete coming through as well. Now that we have the people here, I'd like to just see it get done. I wish we could buy bigger mixers. Let's see, if we get the prefab panel factory up over there, from here, people can't... Maximum walking distance is 232 meters. I wish we could measure, you know, or know, like, can somebody reach up over here? Or is that too far away? I have to build, like, a mud road just to measure with. I mean, it looks like we can't even do that. This infrastructure nonsense getting in my way. Yeah, I mean, this is... I mean, it sounds good on paper, but this doesn't look like the place. This ain't it. It's too crowded, it's too messy. Again, it would have been ideal, but it's not the end of the world. We could literally put it anywhere over here as well. Probably more likely to get the people arriving here as well. If we get it set up over here. Again, this is the prefab plant. If we get it set up over here, we can get gravel to it pretty easily. Relatively close. We can also get cement, and cement will have to be shipped over anyway, so, you know, what difference does it make if it's just a little bit versus a little bit longer? Not the worst. Yes, obviously, it literally will take longer, but, you know, not by that much. We're not taking it from one end of the nation to the other. Where are we? What was it? Not oil, coal, gravel. There we go. Can you fit here? Not quite. A little bit of terrain flattening will do the trick, I suppose. A lot of terrain flattening if we wanted to get it up over here. We'd probably do something like this. Again, just to make sure it stays close to that bus stop. The connection, though, from... the connection from the gravel storage wouldn't be ideal, is the only problem with this location. We could also, of course, do, like, something like this. Because that way we have, the footpath connecting to the road, and people can walk here, I suppose. That is an option. A little bit of flattening required. Up top over there. Road connection would be a little funky. But yeah, this sounds somewhat reasonable. Somewhat reasonable. Let's go ahead and flatten. In the center, yes please. Might as well, right? We're going to use this terrain eventually. Whether it's now or tomorrow or 100 years from now. Actually, one of the comments that comes up somewhat often is, why do I insist on packing things so tightly? And that's an interesting question. Because the way I see it, I go about this two ways. On the one hand, I could be... geez, I should save this for Terraforming Tuesdays. On the one hand, I could be spreading things out and then investing more on a larger transit infrastructure, on a larger transportation infrastructure, and spending money on things like more buses, worrying about things like how long it takes for, you know, a truckload of goods to arrive from one spot to another, or how much it costs to build a complex conveyor belt system. On the flip side, what I could do is I could pack things a bit more tightly, and then only have to worry about the, you know, like minute adjustments, density, that kind of stuff. Because again, like, this thing, this prefab panels factory, with a little bit more flattening, will fit here. And if it fits here, then not only do we have, again, the same bus stop servicing it, we also have easy access to gravel that we're already bringing up here. And we're also able to... Oh, there we go. And we're also able to get the construction offices to pick prefab panels up from here, as opposed to all the way down over here. Because the storage of this place is 108 tons, so why not? Right? That makes sense. Got everything we need. But I think the only reason I'm not in a rush right now is because I'd like to keep people focused over here, I think. Like the construction offices and stuff. The trouble is that we are... Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, we looked away for a couple minutes and look at this progress. See, my problem, the reason why I might want to rush is because how much are we spending on prefab panels? Oh, not a lot. I'm not in a rush. I changed my mind. That's not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. These are still 2As. Yep. What about all the way at the end over here? Folks, this is exciting. I'm excited, at least. Let's go ahead and make these into 2As as well. You're a 2A. You're a 2A. And I'll fix these after the construction's done, of course. Just gotta remember to do it before everything falls apart. You're a 2A. Okay, cool. Now, eventually we'll need bricks and stuff as well when we get to the bridges. Lots of bricks. Lots and lots of bricks. But yeah, holy crap. You know what? I was overthinking about the prefab panels, I guess. Now we're both stuck over here. Maybe we should just get rid of semaphores over here for now. Or like, what difference does it make to these construction trains? Now, unfortunately, for the rest of this track, it's all going to be one train. Which is a bit painful, I suppose. But hey, at least they move quickly when we've got enough workers. This is awesome. I feel... this was worth it. You know what? All the pain, all the tears, it was worth it. It was all worth it. And we're about to hit 1.1. Are you kidding me? Okay, that means this has been... oh, no. Oh, hello. I was just about to say, that means this has been fixed, and it hasn't. It has not been fixed. Foolish PartyElite. How do we get here? Okay, let's let the sun rise. Actually, you know what? This is a huge delay. Not let the sun rise. The customs house. Turn around. Get out of here. That's a huge delay. How did this happen? So that train came up. And it saw everything was clear until there. What, it didn't realize that this was red? That this was blocked off? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it should have been able to say... That's the thing about this game that confuses me. It's like, that's not me being wrong. That's got to be the trains not understanding what they're looking at, right? Because it should have crossed over. It saw that there was a train here, so it should have crossed over. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But it's okay. We're still at 1.07, despite that little delay. I need to keep an eye on that to try and get a better understanding of what's going on there. Oh, we're so close. We've got all the resources are here. It's just a matter of bringing people up there. And what's the deal down over here? Are we making progress? Missing gravel. Oh, why don't you bring some? That was taking time. So many construction projects going on at once. Wait, not assigned. Oh, right. Well, you're not assigned. I meant the road. It'll take some time, that's all. Good things take time. But things take time. Alright, we're fine here. Oh, no, we're not fine over here. How did this happen? This is like one of those rare occasions of, like, things being perfectly timed. Let's loop you around. Okay. Yeah, that was just a matter of timing, I guess. I think that must be the same thing what happened up over here as well. Maybe. Oh, come on. Okay, you're gonna unload, you're gonna turn around and leave, and then you're gonna go through, right? Go. There we go. A little faster than expected, but hey, did the trick. Now you're gonna leave. We've been sitting here with 32k of goods, but looks like, yeah, clothes are being made properly and everything. And that's fantastic. That is fantastic. People are flowing. Goods are flowing. We've made it across, we made it around the bend over here. Faster. I know you can go faster. Yeah, there we go. God, I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this. Pretty soon, I think we're almost at the bridge section, actually. We're at the bridge section. Oh, awesome. Well, thankfully, we've got bricks stored up. Not a lot. We can't store that much at a time. We're topped up on steel. Steel production has been through the roof. Back to importing coal. Look at that, 1.1. 1.1, baby. And I guess this road has become a faster path now for empty buses to move through. Seems to be the case. Seems to be the case. Almost done over here. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of the work days being put in now. It looks like all of the footpaths have been completed as well. We'll probably pay for the construction of this interior section. I think that'll be fine. I mean, let's see if we do that. Alright, they'll come through. They'll do it. They just gotta go in through the buildings, I suppose. We can save 10 grand per set, then I guess why not, right? Save money to make money. What are you up to? No workers, I take it? No workers, that's fine. Alright. Now again, the prefab panel factory is completely fallen into the back of my mind now because last month, 109k. Nice. Our import of prefab panels was just 1,500. Coal is still the serious problem. Look at that, 85k. Imagine if we didn't have the coal problem. Which is, again, something I want to solve soon. Holy crap, we're making so much money. I feel so good right now. I'm so happy right now. We're making money. We're not wasting it. This, like, 37k construction doesn't have to be, you know, paid for. Oh my god, it was 370k. It wasn't 37k. Just this one bridge section alone costs 58. Are you kidding me right now? I forgot how expensive this was. The amount of money I'm saving with the... Okay. You know what? I forget who it was that commented suggesting that I should keep... or that I should go for the rail construction office, but thank you. You were 100% correct. 100% correct. Definitely glad we did that. No, not the conveyor belt. The mine here, almost done. Getting there. Still in the 70s. Still only 1973, actually. Pretty crazy how this makes time feel. Oh, there come the chemicals, it looks like. No? Or you're picking up fabric. Chemical factory, what's wrong? Things take forever to load up, eh? There you go, off you go. The fabric factory. You're loading up. You've been overridden by this one. So weird how that works. Almost at max working capacity. Almost isn't good enough, though. To get more people working up there. I let them decide is the thing, and that's fine. We just need to get more people up here. We just need to get more people up here is all. Which means we have to get more people up here, which means we have to get more people down here. How's this going? Not too well. I think it's just because it's not the focus, right? There's like other stuff to do up over here. Arguably more important stuff. Here we go again. Okay, this is a serious problem. This is our next big problem to solve. That's a lot of workers who are stuck there. Let's see. Come on, go, 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 go. These workers need to get to work. Important construction jobs need doing. Alright. I'm worried that it's going to empty out before they arrive. So what? Okay, what's the deal here? You see this whole thing as one block. Maybe I should make the platform a part of the same block. Or maybe I put that over here? Trying to figure out the theory of this placement. Do that. Because then the train will come through. God damn, or should this be a chain? Well, let's try this for now. Again, the idea being the train will come through, and if there's a train here, it would stop it over here, wouldn't it? It wouldn't allow it to get through and cross over. Well, these are chains, so nope. Glad I learned that right away. Might actually be the perfect timing. And see, that's what I need it to be. I need this train to go. Hey, look, there's an opening. Yeah, this is so weird. Worked this time. No, it didn't. Oh, it wants to stay to this right side. Why? Why, despite it being red? Why? Why? Sorry, I'm just like silently staring at these tracks. I need to figure this out so it stops interrupting me every so often. Thankfully, it's not been the end of the world, but, you know, like, this is also, like, how the hell did this happen again? Didn't used to be a problem. Now here we are. Wasting time with these weird interruptions. Why would you go up through there as opposed to through here? Would it help if I did... Because we don't have this over here? Would that help? Maybe. Because they didn't used to take this path, remember? They didn't used to. And now all of a sudden they've decided to start. So it's got to be something to do with our work over here. Our handiwork. Looks like we've been making progress on this bridge. Excellent. I'd like to see it get made. I'd like to see the process. Almost done over here. There's 5 people at the dead of night working away at this mine. It's got to be terrifying. I don't know if you guys can even see. Like, it's pretty dark. Okay, making some progress over here. Well, actually, we're not. We don't have any resources. And is this road done? This road is done, looks like. Yep. And what's the deal down here? Still no progress? No. Okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. What are you working on? Source of gravel is empty. What the hell do you mean the source of gravel is empty? Go get some gravel. Did they give it the wrong... I guess I must have given it the wrong location. Workers you can pick up from where? Well, I guess you don't need workers for roads. The mechanism takes care of it. I assume the mechanism comes with workers is the implication there. Alright, what's the deal here? We're looking pretty close to done. Pretty close to done. Feeling pretty good. 1.2. How do we get to 1.2? Holy crap. It feels good, man. I guess it's been a while since we've spent money. And our exports have been going smoothly. We've been producing steel at a much faster rate, and I guess I underestimated the offset to the cost of coal that we actually did with the second coal processing plant. You know, I guess it was enough to shift the balance of how quickly we're making money. It's the only, like, explanation that kind of comes to mind, I guess. I want to know if they'll actually loop over and come back to build this, because otherwise, it really is kind of weird, isn't it? Like, can I add... No, see, road connection doesn't exist. That's really kind of silly. It's like, I get it, but I have to make a head-on, like a straightforward connection to every piece of track. Kind of silly. I'll probably pay for this. 1,500, 40, 5,100, 6,700, 6,700 or so, times 2, 12k. That's not too bad. Compared to the savings, that's really not that much of a problem. Look! Being built. It's being built. We're building it. We're building it with our own, quote-unquote, 2 hands. Awesome. We're laying the foundation for this massive bridge. Looks like nothing, I know, but you know, it's a good feeling, I'll tell you that. It's a good feeling. Oh, here comes the train. Come on, get up there. Oh, I see. That's just kind of gonna render it out this way, I guess. Not a lot of workers, I imagine. You got workers. Are you gonna be this slow? Dear Lord. Lack of resources and stuff as well, I guess, but bricks are hopefully being brought in. Steel's being brought in. We had been topped up on bricks, so go ahead and hide that there. There we go. Yeah, you're bringing brick. I was like, as long as we're still bringing bricks back. There it is. That's the vehicle's right here. Great. Don't need anything to slow us down. And here we go again. On the topic of not needing anything to slow us down. It's funny that despite this, we've been... Our economy's been getting better. That's a bit of a moneymaker train. I still know. I mean, maybe this one does need to be a chain. Let's try it. Because the chain is supposed to check the next signal to assign a path, right? Hypothetically, this crossing was unnecessary because hypothetically, the train should come up here and then decide over here which track to go on, depending on if this is free or not. But it didn't seem like that was working. So here we are instead. All right. Hey, it's a new year. Let me just quickly check last year. Aww, so close to getting a profit last year. So close. But hey, this year is going to be our year. We're going to make a huge profit this year. I can see it. I can see it. We'll see. All depends on how much progress we make. Now, there were some actual name suggestions for the coal processing area, and I was wondering about implementing that stuff. But it's kind of weird. It's like I almost see this entire region as party power, which is... I guess it kind of works as a pun. Not only is this literally where the power is generated, but also this is the core of our... Well, one of the cores of our, you know, of what gives our party its power. All of the manufacturing industries and stuff are over here. All of the, you know, construction offices are here. Our key export is over here. Power is over here, right? Oh, yeah, this is it works. It works. I just wish I could move the label. Wish I could nudge the label over. Actually, on the topic of labels, I could have sworn... Where did I put it? There it is. I was asked about pollution This was a couple of sessions ago, and I apologize I'm checking this so late. I just completely forgot. But we do have the pollution maps. Looks like it's spreading a little bit. It used to end, like, right over there. But even then, it's not that bad. Not that bad. We need to get these people some, culture and stuff. We have neglected the people. Escapes are not too high. But we have neglected the people a little bit. I hate to maybe get on that. Culture for you guys. There's a cinema right here. Go watch. Get culture from the cinema. Yeah, what are you doing? Pretending like we're not keeping you happy. Just want to speak against the government, don't you? What's the deal over here? We're making progress. Returning for, what, bricks and stuff, I take it? Yeah, it's gonna be slow. That's the problem with some of these things. It's like it takes so long. It only stores 14 tons of bricks, which, if I'm honest, doesn't make sense to me. Why would you be a rail construction office and only store so much brick? And actually also only store so much steel or boards? Like, that's your bread and butter. Wouldn't you want to be carrying more? Iron mine is completed as well. Oh. Folks. This has all been completed. I don't know if you can see. Dark. Gotta wait until the sun rises. But, damn. That happened faster. Well, there's the sunrise. So yeah, this, Rustinsky has been completed. This is done. This is done, and this is done. And we have no power here. We gotta get that up and running, but, you know. Holy crap. This was quite the undertaking, and this is all, if I'm not mistaken, 100% homemade. 100% homemade. There we go. Trying to find a nice little angle for this. Yeah. God damn. All of this. All of this. It's all us. This is all us. Rustinsky has been almost completed. We brought some resources in already. Wouldn't cost us that much to... Oh, you know what? We've got money. We've got money. I've been waiting for this for far too long. Now. Rustinsky's completed. Holy crap. There you have it. Rustinsky is ready to be up and running. What I think we'll do is we'll probably still upgrade the roads, because you don't want people coming in on mud roads. It'll be so much slower. Upgrade the roads. Get a bus working for now, I suppose, while we're still working on this rail extension. I guess this is what it's like when you're like, oh yes, I can't wait until the railroad's been put down so I can go to work faster. But yeah, so we'll get a bus set up. We'll get these roads upgraded. In fact, maybe I should give that order right now. This needs to be an asphalt road. Don't need the, you know, lighting and stuff. Get you over here. Get you over to there. Go up to here. There we go. Yeah. Do this for now. This maybe we'll upgrade as well. But as long as people can get to the bus stop, they'll be able to walk to all these locations. Eventually, as long as they can get to the train tracks, they'll be able to get to all these locations. No problem. Train tracks, the rail... train station, sorry. And the next thing we have to work on is, like I was saying, our aggregate storage. And I think I'd like to go with a large storage. Where the hell are we? There we go. Because this only accepts 2 inputs, which is not going to be enough. I think I want the 4 inputs. Because that's the plan, right? We want to get 4 processing plants up over here. So we'd probably put this down like somewhere over like here-ish. Yeah, see, it's messy. Because the outputs for this one are nice and over here, but the outputs for this one are up over there. We'll have to go up and around, then down. It's gonna get messy over here real fast. Especially with, like, the bridges and stuff. Oh, it's gonna be real bad. Again, the alternative is we can actually truck iron ore down to the steel mill. Or iron ore goes to these two easily, but the iron itself gets trucked down to the steel mill. That is an option as well. Maybe an option that I should entertain. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like it's not the worst idea. We could obviously have like a minimum purchase order so that anytime we're at, 0 iron, we're still importing some. But if with enough trucks, we should never be in that position. I think that might be, rather than getting those conveyor belts and stuff set up. As much as I was, for the last couple sessions, talking about conveyor belts and the smoothness of setting that up, now that I see what the layout would actually be like, I don't know. Because again, this would have to go up and over and then around, and, infrastructure is going to get in the way, which is honestly the most frustrating part of this all. And then it'll block this. Sometimes you just got to use trucks. You can't just automate everything. Because like when this goes up, then what happens, right? Because this has got to go up, and we're going to have this going across. It's just a whole mess. A whole mess. Now what we could do instead, I suppose, is we could build it and place it somewhere over here. Sorry. Here. Right, and then you've got to go around, up. Maybe that'll work. You have an easy connection. But, the other two will have to loop around and up. I mean, maybe we could put it up over here with the output going down this way. I'll entertain that thought, I think. Maybe, again, it'll be some off-session experimentation, which I think definitely helped us along over here. Took a long time to get this up and running, but it's up and running. It looks up and running. This is still a bit of a problem. Maybe it's been solved now with this chain. Maybe I should keep an eye on this to see exactly what it registers as green and red. But, folks, either way, this is where we're calling it a session. I'm pretty happy with how this one went, actually. I'm feeling very good about Rustinsky. Feeling very good about this this track being built. I'm feeling especially good about our economy. We're at 1.2. We're at 1.2 somehow. Remember when we were at 1.1 and we could barely stabilize 1.2? And now from 960, from 0.95, we're at 1.2. God, it feels good. And I hope you guys get that good fuzzy feeling as well. As always, if you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps me make judgment calls for the channel. A massive thanks, of course, goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.